Hi Year 4, this is Miss Swire for your first reading lesson of this week. Our new book for whole class reading is called Can We Save the Tiger by Martin Jenkins. I'm going to read you a little bit about the author. As I read, try and follow along. Martin Jenkins is an expert at presenting complicated subjects in entertaining and accessible ways to children. He has won several awards for his work. He was born in Surrey in 1959 but grew up in Spain, Ireland and Kent. He attended Cambridge University as a scholar. A conservation biologist by trade, Martin worked full-time for 10 years for World Conservation Monitoring Centre, writing about a range of conservation issues. Since 1990, he has worked freelance for organisations such as WWF, and a number of UN bodies concerned with conservation and the environment. So I know here that WWF is a charity which helps with conservation for animals. Let's have a think about that word conservation. So conservation means where people are taking actions to help endangered animals, so animals who are at risk of becoming extinct. So Martin's job has varied greatly. I've been orchid sleuth in Germany, a timber detective in Kenya, and an investigator of the chameleon trade in Madagascar. Martin lives in Cambridge and London. He became involved with children's books when he was asked to advise on Walker's Books Animals at Risk series. Since then, he has written several titles, including Egg, winner of the Times Junior Information Book of the Year Award, and Flytraps, Plants Emperors That Bite Back, which was shortlisted for the same award. So today we are going to be looking at two reading strategies, which are clarifying and evaluating. So have a think, what do I mean by clarifying and what do I mean by evaluating? So clarifying is where you do not understand a part of a text, so you search for its meaning elsewhere. For example, if you didn't know what a word means, you might look in a dictionary. Evaluating is where you assess the techniques that the author uses. For example, why they might choose a particular word or phrase and the effect that this has. Or we might evaluate why a text is organised in a particular way and think about why the author has done this deliberately. Below, we can see the evaluating sentence stems and the clarifying sentence stems that we'll be using in today's whole class reading. So our key vocabulary for today is a dodo, which is a large, extinct, flightless bird with a stout body, stumpy wings and a large head, and a heavy hooked bill. It was found on Mauritius until the end of the 17th century. I remember that word extinct because we learnt about it in our English recently. I wonder if you can remember, what does the word extinct mean? Fantastic! So the word extinct means when an animal no longer exists on planet Earth, so it has died out. Our other key vocabulary that we are going to be looking at today is Mauritius, which is an island off the Indian Ocean. So, when I read along from our book, Can We Save the Tiger? Try and follow with your finger and have a look if there are any words that you might need to clarify along the way. The world's quite a big place, you know, but it's not that big when you consider how much there is to squeeze into it. After all, it's home not just to billions of people, but to the most amazing of other kinds of living things too, and we're all just jostling for space. Us humans have changed the world a lot over the years to make room for ourselves and to produce the things that we need. We've turned forests into farmland, dammed rivers and built towns and cities to live in. Some of the other animals and plants that we share the earth with have coped with the changes very well, but some haven't. In fact, some have coped so badly that they're not here anymore. They're extinct, which means we'll never see a live dodo. And there in the picture we can see the dodo, which we know is extinct and no longer lives on planet Earth. And it says, where can we find the dodo? And it is in Mauritius, which is in the Indian Ocean, and was last seen in 1665. I want you to have a look at the page from Can We Save the Tiger? I want you to have a think about any words that you don't understand and how you might clarify them. So perhaps if there is a particular word that you don't know, write it down now so that you can clarify it later in the dictionary. I also want you to have a think about any words or phrases that you think worked well, and also about any of the structure that might need to be improved. Pause the video now and write your own clarifying and your own evaluating sentence using the stems on this slide. Once you've done that, start the video again. Here we've got today's selfie. What we need you to do is have a look at all the words down the left-hand side of the selfie, and you are going to match it to the phrase on the other side. One has already been done for you. So the first one that we've got there is habitat, which has already got a line drawn to the meaning, which is a natural home or environment to an animal, plant, or another organism. Write down the words on the left-hand side and then make your own glossary, writing the definition next to it. Pause the screen now and then fill this out in your book. Were there any words that you didn't understand? And if so, how did you clarify its meaning? Remember to start the video again when you need to go on to the next slide. Lastly, you can use the selfie that you've done in today's YouTube lesson to help with the reading in your home learning pack. I've got a screenshot of it here. So for your home learning pack, you need to follow the link, which is all about endangered animal facts. And after you've done so, I want you to have a look at the questions, which say, what does the word endangered mean? And what does the word extinct mean? You then need to write a brief summary, about 3 sentences about what you have read. I can't wait to hear all about the facts that you have learned when having a look about endangered animals, and I'm really looking forward to sharing them with you soon. Take care. Bye.